I wanted an education for my grandson.
I wanted people to give my son a chance.
I wanted to ensure that my son would have the same opportunity in the future as my typically developing daughter.
We needed the ARC to help us make connections in our community and to not feel so alone.
I wanted Dominic to have the best education and to prepare him for his future.
We wanted Logan to have the same opportunities as other kids.
And the ARC made it happen.
And the ARC made that happen.
And the ARC was there.
The ARC made that happen.
The ARC made that happen.
The ARC will make it happen.
Well, Tracy's 51 now, and I look at the progress she's made, and it's incredible. She's just so in control of herself.
Tracy love Lou, living in a house home. If my housemate, I have a job, I will get going.
She's a good worker. She needs leadership. She needs encouragement more than anything.
Had a hard time finding work for her, and now she's got a good job. She enjoys it.
Beyond finding success and a place in the workforce, Tracy enjoys life to the fullest.
I like buying sometimes. I make a steak. My fish steaks have a turkey.
Start playing bingo with her, and after so many times, she'll take that card and she'll read every number that's called. And she just goes wild for that. She just loves to do that. I love the girl, and she tells me she loves me all the time, and that answers a lot of questions.
Things are going great now, but it hasn't always been this way for Tracy and her family. In 1967, Tracy was 3, and it was clear she wasn't progressing typically.
A long time she never said a word. I'd try to hold her, and she pushed away like she didn't like me, you know.
She tended to sit on the floor and she would just rock and just rock. She couldn't communicate, she couldn't talk, and her behavior it would come out in inappropriate behavior. She would maybe kick furniture and break things.
Tracy would go to school and she was sent home almost immediately.
Nobody ever wanted to put that label on as to what particular disability she had. Mom and Dad were overwhelmed. I mean, they're out there afloat, you know, drowning, trying to find somewhere for Tracy.
I've been working with Tracy and her family for over 15 years. Sadly, by the time I came along, Tracy was well into her 30s and had experienced a lot of trauma. When Ed and Darlene took her for testing in 1967, no one could give Tracy a diagnosis. Today, it's a safe bet that she would be diagnosed with autism, but that word barely existed back then. No one knew much about kids like Tracy. There weren't any specific programs and therapies because they did not exist yet. She was too hard, too much trouble. Tracy was branded as a problem child, and sadly, this had a devastating impact on her life. But we didn't know as much back then about disability and behaviors and autism in particular, so Tracy was bounced around to situations that only intensified her frustration and in turn worsened her behaviors. Things escalated to the point where her life became extremely constrained and she was in and out of the most restrictive level of institutional care.
Her first 20 years were pretty much a wash because she was just thrown around from facility to facility because they didn't know what to do with this type of disability.
What got to me the most was when she was shipped to Pueblo, to the hospital. We went down to see her. Everything was locked up, we couldn't get in, couldn't talk to anybody. So we just walked around at, the building. We walked past the window. Who do you think we saw? That hurt. Still does.
She had to be separated. They felt that her behavior was bad enough or threatening enough that she couldn't live with the rest of the individuals. And those were bad times.
It's been my role to encourage a number of little changes that could break this cycle and allow Tracy to develop self-control, to be a part of the community, and to have the freedom to experience life. She's really come a long way.
When my parents found ARC, it just opened up the whole world for them. Through ARC came Jeannie. She has been the thread through the whole story.
Before, we didn't even imagine that she would be out on her own.
Boy, if it can just keep going like it is, that's all I'd ask for.
She is valuable and she is valued, and that's very important to her.
I like myself too. I like to do good things, not bad things, to be good.
Without the ARC, Tracy's life would be very, very different. And my life, and my parents' life. I don't know what we would have done without the ARC and without Jeannie.
It's been 10 years since we came to the ARC for help and finding out how to get Caden all the things that he needs and deserves to be successful.
So I can't even imagine what our life would be like without the ARC. They've been so integrated with our lives.
Jenny and I became friends 10 years ago at the Mobilizing Family meetings. And Jenny always treated Caden like any other kid and was very natural with him, and he loves her.
Tamara and Adam were at the first Mobilizing Families training that we had at the ARC after I started. We spent 8 weeks together. We were both new to Colorado. We were around the same age, and we just really hit it off.
So having Jenny as a friend has been invaluable. If we had any sort of trouble, she's certainly the first person we go to.
His initial diagnosis was global developmental delay with autistic-like characteristics.
Over the course of our friendship, there have been countless times where Tamara's asked me something advocacy-related about Caden, about school, about different therapies or activities. I may not have all the answers. I'm a fundraiser after all, but luckily I work with people who know a lot more than I do. And question after question, year after year, our advocates have been there to help me to support my friends.
Over the last 10 years, we've used the ARC numerous times for different situations. The ARC has also helped us through some of the challenging times we've had with school.
A principal and everybody on the school side tells you one thing, and it's pretty intimidating.
I felt like Caden wasn't given the same opportunity as his typical peers, and it really makes me mad. He wasn't going to any of the extras like PE, art, music, and so we had to bring an ARC advocate in to assist. After our meeting with the ARC, they started sending him to art and PE and music. And so it was helpful to have an advocate to help rein in some of the emotional stuff and look at it just from the legal angle. He has a right to go to those classes, he enjoys them.
So having someone on your side that not only listens to you and gives you advice, but these people actually came to the meetings with us. And I can tell you that was pretty invaluable.
It's hard making decisions for another person's life and hoping that you're making the right decision. So the ARC has not just helped us with advocacy and trainings, it's also been a source of community. We go to all the picnics and all of the Christmas parties, and Caden loves it.
What do you like best at the holiday parties? What do you like best?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus is awesome.
We also always do the 5K, and Caden's a runner. He loves it.
No, so you like to go slow, right?
Fast.
What? You like to go fast?
Yeah.
No, you like to hang out with mommy, right?
Fast.
Oh, nice. Fast.
You?
I like to run fast, too. Who runs together?
Me and you.
Me and you. Now, Jenny, she's fast or slow?
Slow.
A little bit, huh?
Caden is 17 years old now. He's a senior at Golden High School. He loves going to concerts, especially at Red Rocks. He plays soccer and basketball. He loves going to the mall, like most teenagers. He likes to walk around the mall and he likes to take a picture in the photo booth. $5 every time. He loves going to the dances at school.
You like the dances?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So how many dates did you have?
2.
2 dates?
Yeah.
Dang. Are you the man?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, you're the man.
Several years ago, Adam got Caden very interested in professional sports, and so he loves baseball, basketball, and football.
Test the weather, test the wind. There we go. He loves to go to games. We go to Rockies games. We go to Broncos games. I feel like he's grown to be quite a independent, pretty cool guy.
I don't like people to think that it's like this burden or this hard. You know, it is what it is. Caden's a pretty cool kid, an awesome kid actually. Yeah, we're not real sure about the future at this point. We're taking it day by day. My biggest concern about his future is what will happen to him if something happens to us. It's scary. You don't know what's going to happen, or if the services are going to be in place, or if your name's going to come up on the wait list in time. So yeah, it's hard. We have a lot of unanswered questions about what Caden's future will look like, but I do know that the ARC will be there to help us when we need it, and that's a huge comfort.
The ARC gave us the confidence to let us know that we were not alone, that there are people that are here to help us, that we can get through this, that sure it's going to be a challenge, but we can have great lives, and Caden can have a great life.
I wanted people to hear and listen to what I have to say.
I want to make decisions for myself.
To be more active in the community.
To go to college.
To graduate high school at 18, and the ARC helped me do it.
The ARC encouraged me to overcome.
The ARC made it happen.
And the ARC made it happen.
The ARC will make it happen.